Hello YouTube, Spade here with a little different battle today. It's still OU, but this is against somewhat famous Call of Duty player, CrunkSkunk. He has recently got himself into competitive Pokemon battling, so he wanted to battle me. And this was a pretty fun match, so let's begin. He leads off with Uxie, I lead off with Swampy, and a rookie mistake, he goes for T-Bolt for getting that Swampert is part ground type, so I get up my rocks, and he goes for light screen here. I went for Miracle thinking this might be some sort of offensive Uxie because I saw the T-Bolt, but it's still the dual screener with T-Bolt as the only attack, so that's pretty cool. And I roar him out into T-Tar, and I'm going to switch into my Skarmory thinking I can pretty much wall this thing, and he goes for Dragon Dance, so that's cool. And even though he's a Dragon Dancing T-Tar, he has the special attack Fire Blast, but I have special defense EV, so the Fire Blast doesn't even do half, and I whirlwind him into his into the noob tube of Pokemon, Scizor. And Skarmory still walls this guy, so I'm pretty safe to set up spikes. He goes for Swords Dance, so this is kinda like booster of the Call of Duty. He's boosting his attack with Swords Dance, but I just go for Whirlwind because I don't want him to set up on me. So in comes the Uxie again, and I can pretty easily take some T-Bolts, so I stay in. And yeah, it does like nothing. I go for spikes, and he goes for T-Bolt, but I can just go for Roost to get my HP back, so that's pretty good for me. I can pretty much set up my spikes here, and I really don't have to worry about those screens, cause I can just stall him out with Whirlwind and Roost, and yeah. So he goes for Reflect, doesn't matter, I go for Whirlwind, I roar him out into his Flygon, and I'm going to scout if he has the Fire Blast also, so I go for Roost, but he switches, goes into Heatran, so I should have just Whirlwinded, but oh well, I have my Swampert. And Fire Blast does quite a lot, cause he has Life Orb, so I just stay in, hoping he would attack me with some, like, Earth Power, and later he told me he didn't have the Hidden Power Grass, he had Electric, so that's pretty good for me, so I can just face his whole team here. I think I have already seen 5 of his team members, so that's pretty good for me, and it really looks like Swampert and Skarmory wall his entire team, so that's pretty good for me. And I just face his team, in comes the Flygon again, and he goes for Outrage. I could have easily just switched into my Skarmory and roosted, but at this point I'm just going to let one of my walls die, because I could basically win this match by just facing his whole team. So anyways, he burns me with the Rotom, and in comes Flygon again, and he goes for Outrage, and it still doesn't KO me, and in comes the Scizor again, and I get my lefty, so I'm able to leave this burn, but he goes for BP and KOs me, so finally down goes the Swampert. And I go into my Skarmory because I don't want any of my sweepers to get hurt by the Scizor, so I just go for Whirlwind again, in comes the Uxie, and now I'm just going to get rid of this guy because I don't want it to set up any screens anymore. So I go for Brave Bird, he goes for T-Bolt, doesn't do too much, I get a crit, not sure if it mattered, and down goes the Uxie, and in comes the Heatran, and now I'm just going to let my Skarmory die, which is actually pretty stupid of me, you will see later on. So now I don't have my walls anymore, so this is gonna be really interesting. So I go into my Gengar, just revenge kill it with Shadow Ball, so down goes the Heatran, and he goes into his Rotom now. Not sure why, cause I can just KO this thing with another Shadow Ball. So down goes the Rotom too, and now he's gonna go into his T-Tar, which he should have done in the first place, and I just decided to switch. I could have probably KO'd with Shadow Ball, cause this was a offensive T-Tar, but I'm just going to play it safe and switch. But he goes for the Fire Blast as I go into my Rachi, so that was a fail on my part. I didn't think, I thought he would go for Stone Edge or Crunch, so that's why I went into my Jirachi. So now I switch into my Dragonite, but I get burned, which is hilarious. So I'm just thinking he's gonna Stone Edge me, so I go for Dragon Dance here, but he goes for Dragon Dance too, which sucks for me, cause now he goes for the Stone Edge, and I'm not gonna be able to outspeed because this is a bulky Dragonite. So he's gonna be he can easily KO me with a Stone Edge. So down goes my Dragonite. So that was really stupid of my part. And I go into my Rachi now, cause I'm thinking if he's Adamant max speed, I can just go for Psych Up and then outspeed and kill. But so yeah, I go for Psych Up, copy his +1 speed, +1 attack, but he is jolly max speed, so he will outspeed and KO me. So I just death fought 2 of my really useful pokes, so that was really stupid of my part. And now I go into my Gengar, which I should have done in the first place. So I just go for the Focus Blast. It's a guaranteed KO. I don't wanna risk Shadow Ball not killing, because Tyranitar does have the Sandstorm boost. So now he goes into this Noob Tube again, and he's just going to Bullet Punch me for the kill. And now I'm down to my last guy, which is the Blame Truth. So I just go for the Drain Punch, and I'm really glad that he didn't go for the Bullet Punch. I should have gone for the priority Shadow Sneak. It would have probably KO'd, but at this point I'm just really glad that he didn't go for the Bullet Punch, cause I can actually live his Choice Scarf, Flygon's Outrage, and I live with 8 HP, and that was the absolute maximum damage, which is pretty cool. So I go for Drain Punch, get my HP back, then I get hurt by the Life Orb and the Sandstorm. But I have the priority Shadow Sneak, so that is GG. And since Sandstorm rage quits after the final turn, it won't be a tie, and I win 1-0. So that was a fun and really close match, CrunkSkunk. I admit that I underestimated you, and when I let my walls go down, it really cost me. But thanks for the match, and thanks for watching, people. Check out CrunkSkunk's channel. I think he's going to post some battles himself. That would be great. But I'm out, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.